In this video, we will discuss writing a research paper. Research papers are more than just your typical essay. They are the culmination of involved research and analysis of a particular topic. We'll go over 7 steps to writing your research paper. If 7 steps sounds like a lot, that's because it kind of is. Research papers should demand your time and attention. The steps are to establish your topic, to gather and read your sources and take notes, and during this step, develop your thesis. Organize an outline, write your first draft, add your MLA citations, revise, and then write your final draft. The first step is to establish your topic. Sometimes your teacher provides a topic, and sometimes you are just given limits and need to find a topic within those limits. So the first question you should ask yourself is, what are the limits your topic must fall between? Is there a certain theme, period, genre, or subject you must focus on? Your topic should be something that interests you. It might also be something you want to learn more about. At this stage, your topic can be more general and become more specific as you do research. Even if you start off with a very specific idea, it is okay if it shifts as you research. Let's say your paper has to be about a problem in our current culture. If you are most interested in the environment, you should start there. Ask yourself, what environmental issue are you most concerned about? What strikes you as the biggest problem? This line of questioning could lead you to decide to focus on alternative methods of energy. The next step is to research. The first thing to do when you research, of course, is to find solid sources. While Wikipedia shouldn't be a formally cited source, it is a good place to start. The sources at the bottom can be helpful. Sites that end with edu, org, or gov are best. You can use the acronym CARS when you are evaluating sources. CARS means credibility, accuracy, reasonableness, and support. If your source has these 4 things, it is a good source. While you're researching, you should be thinking about and honing your thesis. What is your specific stance on alternative sources of energy and their impact on the environment? After you research, it is time to organize what you found and outline your information. You have been developing your thesis as you research, and now it's time to make sure your thesis is solid. For example, your thesis might sound something like, instead of drilling for oil in Alaska, we should be focusing on ways to reduce oil consumption, such as researching renewable energy sources. This is a good thesis statement because it is specific, expresses an opinion, and is debatable. Now that you have your thesis, you can organize your paper around that thesis. Remember, your outline should have an introductory paragraph with a brief description of the introduction and your thesis, a topic for each body paragraph and supporting details, and a few lines to describe your conclusion. After you have determined your thesis and finished your outline, you're ready to write your first draft. You should use your outline as your guide. Of course, if you start to write and find that the outline isn't working, it's okay to make changes. Worry more about the way you are organizing the paper and the ideas you are putting forth, rather than the grammar. Fine-tuning your writing can come later. Each section of your paper should relate back to your thesis statement. If it doesn't, there are relevant details in there and your paper becomes unfocused. Your claims should be well supported. Let's look back at the sample thesis statement. Instead of drilling for oil in Alaska, we should be focusing on ways to reduce oil consumption, such as researching renewable energy sources. Use facts to back up your opinion. Why is oil consumption detrimental? Why are renewable energy sources better than drilling for oil? You can't just make these claims, you have to back them up. There is no way around this. Citing your work is very important. Your research paper should have both in-text citations and a whole works cited page. Formatting is important when citing your work. For help, visit the OWL at Purdue and consult their research and citation page. It is important to revise your paper carefully. Read through your essay carefully and ask yourself a few questions. Does your introduction generally introduce the topic with little specifics? Do your body paragraphs have topic sentences that support the thesis? Does the rest of the paragraph support that topic sentence? Does the conclusion restate the thesis and sum up the main points? And are your MLA in-text citations and works cited page correctly formatted? Once you have finished your revisions and read through your essay again, you can submit your final draft.